The most popular episodes on The Steve Harvey Show. Steve is known for comedy, and his audience members are always up for a great laugh. Well, sometimes things get a bit emotional on the show. Today we count down some of the most popular episodes on The Steve Harvey Show. Remember to tell us which one you love the most. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Let's get it going. 10. Visit by Kids and Wife. In 2015, Marjorie Harvey and her children surprised Steve on the show. They went bearing a couple of surprises. They reminded Steve of the times when he expressed his unconditional love for them. So heartwarming. First of which was Carly, and she talked of a certain Christmas when the rain wouldn't let them play outside. Steve fixed their bikes and let them ride around the dining table. Brandy reminded him of the time he took them to Disney World when they were 7. Morgan's most treasured moment was her wedding day. Steve walked her down the aisle and shared a father-daughter dance with her. Broderick reminded him of the moment they spent with cigars, and Jason's treasure was the fact that Steve gave him his last name. The statement moved Steve to tears. When Lori told her dad she wanted a date, Steve took her on a date to her favorite restaurant and talked to her about men. Wow. Not many daughters get that experience. Winton appreciated the fact that he traveled with him on his first art show. Let's not get started with the wife. All in all, it was one of the most beautiful moments on the show. Little Big Shot segments are always so inspiring. It's amazing to see how tiny human beings have tremendous skills and talents. 9. Tommy Johnston. Steve was so glad to have a President's Pro on his show. The young boy was not only a genius, but also a comedian. Tommy had a brother called Jack who had a girlfriend, Davin. He said that Jack wouldn't share his girlfriend with him. It's okay, Tommy, you'll grow up and have your own girl. Steve then held out some cards and he mentioned the presidents by name, including something memorable about them. Most people know so little or nothing about their former presidents, especially those who reigned before they were born. It was enlightening to know Barack Obama won a Grammy, and William Howard Taft got stuck in a bathtub. Tommy hopes that one day he will be the president of the United States, and Steve got him a mini motorcade to practice for the occasion. All the best to the talented young soul. Some celebrity spouses prefer staying hidden from the limelight, while others don't mind the spotlight at all. We know Steve's wife and her remarkable contribution to fashion. 8. Hailey. Marjorie launched The Lady Loves Couture and attracted a lot of people, including kids. Hailey was inspired by Marjorie's collection and dressed like her. Hailey loves skirts, lots of shoes, and high heels. It's that moment when you realize that a 5-year-old can pull a better look than some of us. Steve had a birthday surprise for Hailey. He got her a huge pink cake, but that didn't amaze her that much. The bearer of the cake was her muse. She ran past the cake and hugged Marjorie Harvey. Marjorie also had a surprise for the little diva. She was aware that Hailey loved to pose for pictures, and she invited her for a couple of poses. She also promised to play dress-up with Hailey and let her play in her closet. She'll probably grow up to be a fashion icon or something better. She's practiced the skill from the age of 5. Most people don't pick their closets when they're 5 years old. This Is Life with Lisa Ling is a remarkable CNN documentary television series. It has aired 5 seasons from 2014 to 2018. Many convicts lose hope while they are in prison, and some never get back on their feet once they're released. This Is Life with Lisa Ling offered some of these men the chance they needed. 7. Aziz. Aziz starred in the episode Fatherless Towns, where convicts had a dance with their daughters. While everyone else had a joyous moment with their fathers, Aziz's daughter only wanted to sit on her father's lap. He appeared on The Steve Harvey Show to talk about the experience. He was lucky to get a job as a painter 3 days after leaving prison. Aziz is also blessed with a great family who never lost hope in him and encouraged him every day. The challenge was he lived in an unsafe environment with his family, and he wanted to move with them to a better neighborhood. Steve blessed the family with a $5,000 prepaid visa to jumpstart them. The episode was too emotional, with Aziz shedding tears and his daughter DeAndre wiping them off. America has the most convicts in the world, and it's not even the most populated country. Steve's thinking was, get some of these convicts into programs and rehabs rather than prison. That way, they are more productive in society. Steve Harvey is one funny guy. He is also very selfless. Steve tries to empower and promote upcoming talents on his show. Every other artist should have such a heart. There are 7 billion people in the world to entertain, and no one should be selfish with their platform. 6. DC Young Fly. DC Young Fly appeared on the segments Comedians You Should Know. Judging by the number of views, he is a comedian people should know. The audience laughed their hearts out when DC was on stage.
Every time I wake up and look myself in the mirror with this tattoo on my face, I messed up.
His comedy, stage presence, and delivery were hilarious. Steve could also not help but laugh at the jokes. Reality shows such as America's Got Talent, The Voice, The X Factor, and so forth always expose people with amazing talents. America's Got Talent recently aired AGT Champions, where winners from all over the world competed for the title Champion of the Champions. Magician Shin Lim won the title, and Darcy Lynne came in second. Darcy is a great ventriloquist, and she rose to stardom even before AGT Champions. She was invited to many talk show hosts, including The Steve Harvey Show. 5. Darcy Lynne. Darcy was Mel B's golden buzzer and the winner of America's Got Talent Season 12. She told Steve that she donated money to the church and bought her mom a dishwasher after she won $1 million. She appeared on the show with her bunny diva, Petunia. She has other puppets, but Petunia is one of her favorites. She performed a Christmas song for Steve and his audience, and it was beautiful.
You know, Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen.
Most people can't sing with their mouths open, and Darcy can sing effortlessly with her mouth closed. Her talent is crazy, and it gets better with every time she performs. Well, all we can do is wish her the very best in her career. Everyone likes to try out new dance moves as soon as they hit the screens. Over the years, there have been countless dance moves such as the moonwalk, Gangnam Style, Nae, Dougie, Guara Guara, and dabbing. You should be familiar with at least one or two and surprise people at the next party, especially if you can burst one brilliant move from another country. 4. D-Lo Shuffle. D-Lo Shuffle started in Chicago. Marty Simmons released his video for the music single D-Lo Shuffle that features bopping in 2013. The video got over 1 million hits after a month. During one of the interviews, he said, "I'm not happy that it's blown up. I'm happy that it's given people something to do. Instead of a set of kids getting together in a group and talking about what they're going to do to this guy or how they're going to do this to this guy, they get together in a group and say, let's do the D-Lo Shuffle. Let's bop. I'm glad I can turn my city around in a positive way, and that's my whole mindset." Steve invited him to the show to make the dance move. First of all, he explained what D-Lo means: determined, loyal, optimistic, and willing to learn. There you go, people. Not every artist has lost it. Some still have visions. He asked Steve to join him in the choreography, and he respectfully declined, but he invited other people on stage to join him. Well, Steve later joined in the dance, but his moves had nothing to do with the D-Lo Shuffle. Either way, they were all very entertaining. There are different talents all over the world. You'd be surprised that some don't even have names yet. Many people, including kids, have embraced boxing as a hobby and as a career. 3. Javon Walton. At the age of 11, Javon was already making headlines with his boxing skills. He trains early in the morning, gets schoolwork done during the day, and trains again after school. He has an impeccable work ethic, something which many adults struggle with. His dad, who also doubles as his coach, opened a gym to help his son train daily. He appeared on the show with his dad, and the kid is fast. He was already very talented. He started boxing when he was 4 years old. Javon also practiced gymnastics, and he hopes to participate in the Olympics. He did a flip from Steve's table and wowed the audience. The good thing with someone like Steve is that he is well connected. He had a special surprise for the young star, a word of encouragement from one of his icons, Mike Tyson. Javon's other icon is Muhammad Ali, both in the ring and out of it. He has a great future ahead of him, and he can rest assured that nobody will try to bother him in school. Magic is phenomena that puzzles a lot of people. Whether or not you believe in magic is entirely up to you, but there are some tricks which even seem too real to not be magic. 2. Babi Mata. Babi is a mentalist who has toured many towns to do performances. He performed on the Steve Harvey Show sometime in 2017. He borrowed a dollar bill from a lady in the audience, who Steve randomly picked. Then he asked to use Steve's phone. Just by looking at him, he unlocked the phone. Shocking. I'm talking about one attempt. He did some calculations and got a vast number which marched numbers on some pieces of cards he had placed under the chairs on the second row. I know what you're thinking, that's easy. He probably knew what to multiply. Well, the numbers matched the serial number on the dollar bill he had picked. Also, when they turned the cards upside down, they matched from last to the first. Well, many would argue this was staged, but it's still one of the most popular episodes with over 8 million views. It's natural for staff members to surprise a talk show host during the show, especially on occasions such as their birthdays. I saved the best for last, but first I have a quick challenge that takes only 5 seconds to complete. So if you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just try it. It really works. 1. Birthday surprise. In 2013, Steve specifically told the staff that he didn't want to surprise, but they surprised him anyway. It was a call from Orlando. When he saw Rich list, Steve broke into tears. Rich and his wife helped him when he was starting his career. They first gave him his contract for a carpet cleaning business and then allowed him to travel and do stand-up comedy using their travel agency account. During the travels, Steve used up to $11,000. He had been looking for the couple for many years without success. Well, he is a rich man, and he could afford to appreciate them for the sacrifices they made for him. Steve arranged for their travel to Chicago, and I bet the reunion was blissful and emotional. Lesson learned: you never forget your roots. No matter how high up you climb, you never forget the roots. Thanks for watching, and have an excellent day.